So basically what we can do is unlock trade routes. All right, let's see. So what we're gonna do is we need multiple of this type of resource. And different kinds actually. So we also need to populate this list automatically. Populate resource list automatically based on if we are currently getting that resource. I do wonder why I'm hearing so much of the type things. Oh, it was a cinematic camera for some reason. Okay. Close tab, close tab, close tab. Oops. Not sure I like this new building on the metal poles. Because I did, oh no. I did have this oxygen plant in the mesh. We also have the old structure. Yeah, I think I like that a lot better. Maybe even make it a little bit bigger. 444. Nope. Also nope. Maybe just 3. Huh. Strange. Yeah, something like this should work. A bit less high. There you go. That looks a lot better, I think, than on the metal poles. So we have fish, we have oxygen. And I believe this market lady will fetch those resources any second now. We have 36 people. What do they need? Adjacent market, we have that. And I believe after that they'll need a school, so let's place the school as well. Ah, and here we have the market lady retrieving the goods. Oxygen, fish, seaweed. All right. So now it just needs to get the oxygen. Yeah. Yeah, the oxygen. It already has 4 fish. So if it grabs these canisters, that would be good. Yep, perfect. There we go. So now this oxygen will travel via the pipes towards these structures. And in a few seconds, these will start evolving. There we go. Because they now have oxygen and fish. Perfect. So this is the start of our little ecosystem. The absolute basics. Let's see if this actually works later. Perfect. Okay. So I'm gonna increase the speed a little bit. Yeah, this part it gets too bright, I think, for an underwater city builder. But so far it's still fine. Oh. Habitat, colonist pod, alright. Advanced resources to evolve it. I believe we need bread. So let's make a thermal plant. And then we need a bakery. The bakery takes the power from the thermal plant. And they both take seaweed. And let's put a warehouse here. We're short 2 workers, but if I place another school... No, I'm not going to place another school. We're just going to be patient. Because these are in operation. This is probably the only thing not in also in operation. The warehouse just needs more people. Okay. There we go. The seaweed is delivered straight to the bakery, and it is turning the seaweed into sea bread. And now it should spawn the delivery thingy. Any second now. There we go. And that's gonna deliver the bread to this warehouse, and then hopefully a market lady will start picking it up. Nope, nope. Still nope. Ah, there we go. So now these should start getting bread, and they might evolve because of it. Oh, it already did, didn't it? Oh, no, still Freeman. So let's wait and see. Fish, oxygen, sea bread. Ah, maybe they also need entertainment. Let's add some more habitats. And then I'm just gonna add a theater here. See if that does anything. We will need 27 more people first. Still 27 needed. Now we just need 5. The bread supply is increasing. Alright, so I don't know why this isn't evolving currently. It has enough of these resources. Let's double check. So we have these habitats. We have habitat leveling as a script. We have nearby a school. Yep. Basic resources. Okay. Oh wait, so we're going the other way around. Alright. Nearby market and nearby school and nearby entertainment and global fish above 4,000. Yeah, okay. So that's just never gonna happen. Yeah, that's never gonna happen. So all right. So this one is never gonna evolve. So what I might just do is try to see if I can do it manually. I don't think I can, but we'll see. I have nothing that will actually trigger this. Entertainment, market, school nearby. Yeah, I have nothing to trigger this. I could say well, I could do it manually. So I could manually say, okay, level up. And then we have the increased level. I'm just gonna turn them all on like this. I'm gonna pause it immediately after. So yeah, this is what it would look like if we're leveled up. This is currently the highest tier building that you can have. I do think the models and especially the glass domes will need an upgrade. But yeah, this is where we're at for now. These things are the risk indicators. This is the fire risk, this is the collapse risk, and the invisible one here is the health risk. but that doesn't exist in this level currently. Alright, so let's actually start doing something. Ah, someone just asked, will this have random stuff falling from the surface? Okay, I'll add that to my list. Random stuff falling from surface, becoming wrecks. You can loot those for random resources and or some other mechanic. I think random resources are the most fun because you can then sell those. Gotta sell them all, gotta sell them all. Pokemon, gotta get them all, Pokemon. Ping, 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 ping. Ooh, that's annoying. Alright, so what we're gonna do now is try to auto-populate this. How does this need to work? Do you know? No. Do I know? Also no. Not yet, at least. But now we're going to figure it out. How are we gonna do this, you might ask? Well, let me tell you. We have this thing. This is a list entry. Let's close all other things for now. Let's save this. Let's close all but this. Close all but this. Cancel. Trade. Sure. Alright, so close all but this. This is the resource properties that we have. And what we need to do is figure out, there is a place where we unlock the new trade convoys, and we do it by pressing that button. So let's trace that back. Here we have the placeholder for this already. And here we have the unlock button. That's the trade unlock button and the create new trade route line. This button doesn't do anything by the looks of it. It has a resource type to unlock. It does look like it's not doing anything. Maybe I need to say new list. Is new list resource type. This is where you can see that I'm a terrible programmer, because I do know generally how this works, but I don't know the exact syntax. So what? Let's just do this. Sure. Basically, we need a drop down here. And that's not showing up, okay. Anyway. Create trade route line. We have the awake function. I'm gonna remove this. We have this create new trade line. This connects the line, and this reduces the credits as well. The props. How does it know the props? It gets it from the trade city properties. So here we have the city itself. That has properties. Imports, export. Okay, it has the list references. Okay. But how does it know what resources can be traded? It knows this because here we have these cities, scriptable objects. This has two references. Here in the trade convoy manager. There we go. This is what we were looking for. Alright, so here we create the resource partners and the resources that they actually unlock or trade. So if I click this, then it will create a new entity here. Click. Oh, it was on top here. Oh, this is the connection. That's... I lied. These three are these three cities, and they are already created on game start. And then if I open... This should have a list somewhere with the actual resources. I guess that's in the trade manager that we have here. Yes. So here these cities are added. All right. These are the resources they import. These are the resources they export. And both need to be put into this list. So we can refine this and say when a trade partner is made and a import or export resource is chosen, then also create a resource in the resource trade list. basically these scriptable objects contain information like, okay, what city, what resources do they import and export, and what is the cost of unlocking it. Then the moment you unlock it, it will automatically create these trade partners. And you can see a cooldown here, and the cooldown is the actual trader. So when this hits 0, it will create a trader that will go visit the player and try to first unload the coral wood and then load the seaweed and the fish afterwards. There are two separate import and export warehouses anyway. And here we have other entries. Basically these. Not a huge fan of these, but let's give this one more try. Where's our own city? There we have this one. And then we have this one. Bloop. Not sure if I like this better or worse. I like this worse. I like this much worse. All right. Maybe make it a little bit bigger. Let's see. Yeah, now ours is a little bit bigger. Those are a little bit smaller. All right. But this is not important. This is pure visuals. You gotta think about things and then implement them. Ha 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 ha. Right, so we have a plan now. Where is the trade partner made? Here. Because city assets loads all the scriptable objects. This null check is, I don't like it. Why not? Let's leave it in. So then we create the partner, the trade partner. And we do that based on the city SO in city assets, city scriptable object data. Okay. I don't know why it has the word scene in it. Right, and now we need to somehow call this list. Trade line. Oh, but we don't have access to this list yet. Because this list entry is simply an entry here. It doesn't have any functionality yet. It doesn't even have properties by the looks of it. It has text. It's part of a vertical layout. Oh, wait, this one. It has image. Here it has resources to trade. Right, so all right, so this needs to become a, let's put this on none for now. Let's put this in here. Okay. And I think the trader then needs to make it the trade convoy manager. I believe that one is also in here. Yes, the trade convoy manager. So let's make a reference to resource list entry prefab. Then we're going to drag that thing into it. And then we put this in here. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a new reference of this thing, a new instance of this thing, for every resource in the city. So now here we have these things. I don't know why it's called scene. Let me ask ChatGPT if it actually remembers why are these variables called import scene and export scene. Because they're just scene sets. So it's just to prevent duplicates. Not sure this is the most ideal way, but it also doesn't matter because this code is only executed once. So even if it is inefficient, it doesn't matter. Because at most it will cause a freeze frame of like 1 second, but I doubt it's even that. So not noticeable. If tradables is not 0, then go over the trade resources, then add this trader resource. And this is the resource type. All right. Why is it not called a resource type actually? Trade resource, resource type. Back to here. There we go. Gonna write it like this. Oh, sorry, I missed the chat completely. Did you buy your assets or maybe just write new without specifying the type? Ah, okay, yeah. Yeah, already passed that, sorry. Did I buy my assets or do you have a dedicated artist? I bought some, but I also have an artist. But for this game, um, it'll be a long time before any type of money comes in. So I'm gonna have to modify assets and stuff like that in order to work with it. Because I can also use boxes as placeholders, but that's not gonna help anyone. All right, so partner, resource types, they import. Here, this is added, all right. And here the trade partner is added. So here these are then loaded. And this is then also the place where I can just, I'm not sure if I can loop over the resources here. So I'm just gonna do it from here. Import scene. But I don't see any checks here that prevents duplicates. So let's also ask ChatGPT this. What actually here checks if it is a duplicate or not? Yeah, I definitely use ChatGPT for simple questions and code syntax things because I don't remember all of them from the top of my head. But I have heard that if you do it too often, that you do become less good at, programming in general. Because instead of your brain gets smarter at stuff by struggling with it and doing it multiple times. So if you have to remember, oh, what was the syntax for each loops again, and you ask ChatGPT every time, then your brain doesn't forge any new connections to remember this. Your brain forges a connection. Hey, let's ask ChatGPT. So basically, it just keeps reinforcing that. But if you take the extra effort and time to either dig it up from memory or research it on Google, then the connection becomes stronger and stronger in your brain, and you will become better at remembering those type things. So yeah, ChatGPT has its ups and it has its downs. I have used hash chats before, but not that often. So add item returns true if it's not already in the set first time seen in the. Okay, so this adds it in uniquely, I guess. Sure. Imposter syndrome is the part where you think that you're not as good at it at something as you are. But yeah, I have the same thing with link stuff and difficult terms. That's why I think I'm not I've accomplished more than 95% of indie devs, and I think still that I don't know that much, and that I'm not a very good programmer. And I'm not because I don't know all those syntax things. And but the problem is really good programmers are basically too autistic to do any of the other things. So, you know, it has its ups and downs. You just need to know where your strengths are and where your weaknesses are. Hmm. Instantiate. And now we need the resource icon list. But we have to rename this. No. This is what we need. Instantiate this. Okay. wonder if it now creates duplicates. If it does, we can fix it later. That's not too bad. I don't know. Oh, this is why it's throwing this error. Dot transform dot set parent. And now we actually need to set the parent to something inside this resource entry thing. Ah, no, I know what we need. We need to reference the list. So, but I believe we have this. No, this is the resource entry list. So here we can say transform, and we need resource list parent in scene. Okay, and now I want to say, here's the resource list, I believe. Yes, and this is the entry. Yeah, okay, all right. All right, now we just need to set the parent to parent. Does it work like this? Looks like it does. And we need to do the same thing here. And now let's see if this actually works. It's not going to be populated yet, but I just want to see if it works or not. Oh no. So play. What? I don't know why these got messed up now, but alright. Oh. Okay. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it is creating those entries, but for some reason that's really messing some other stuff up. So let's see what actually happened. I'm gonna take one step back, then I'm gonna run it, and then I'm gonna see if it still functions the way it should. And then I'm gonna take a few seconds to figure out what broke it, and if that doesn't work, ask ChatGPT. Okay, so this also broke it. I was hoping... Let's see if it still works now. Is it because I changed this? Can't be. Nah, that shouldn't be it. Because that only applies to this one. Alright. Let's set this to seaweed. Let's save. Try again. It's a decent chance that that messed it up. That could be functionality that I already made. No, that's also not it. Then why are you broken? What did I actually change? That can't be it. That could be it, but I doubt it. That can't be it. This is just a rename. That also shouldn't be an issue. All right, let's go back a bit further. Let's see. I hope I didn't press too often. Why? Why is this happening? Is it because we have a list somewhere? Ah, I know what happened. We should have a list here. Oxygen, air tank, fish, seaweed. No, that shouldn't be it either. Then what's going on? This really can't be it. So I'm gonna do it like this. Then I'm gonna maybe just delete the scene changes. That I am the one. Probably just need way more coffee. Still broken. But how? I don't get it. Okay, what if I just copy all of that, put it in here for a second in a separate Word doc, then I'll just wait a second. I also didn't actually double check these city prefabs. Nor did I check these. Ah, damn it. Alright, so the code was actually fine. Did I already delete that thing? No, I did not. Okay. So this can remain like so. Because I changed the name of these things, they just stopped working. So what are we importing? I guess C bread is safe. And aquaberry is safe. And we are gonna export oxygen. Then for this one, they are going to import some of our seaweed, and they can export also sea bread. And last but not least, they are importing fish, and they are exporting aquaberry as well as coral wood. Then inside this actual scene, we have this manager, trade manager, and here it is missing this transform because here we have the Empire trade, and here we have resource list. Yeah. So now if I press play, the icon should work again. And maybe even okay. So that works, but where did the other thingy go? I made some game objects, right? Where the partners are initialized. Not here. Not here. Also not here. Also not here. Also not here. Am I dumb? Maybe. Trade convoy manager. Oh, it's up here. There we go. Okay, cool. So it will create those entries. Out of this one, which is good. Then it's going to set the parent. That's also good. However, we also need to find we have these entries here. Trade unlock button helper. Trade unlock button helper. Trade button properties is get component. Trade and there we go. So now we also have this. And now we can say dot resource to trade equals resource type. Then we have import. Oh. Sure. Yeah, let's ignore amounts for now. Okay. What do we have? Increase button, decrease button, amount to import or export. Let's do one thing at a time. Okay, so now at least something should be set already. Play. Something's messed up here. As usual. Audio. So, test 1, 2. Test again. In the meantime, I'm gonna have a look at this. Okay, there we go. What I am curious about is how and why. Okay, we have this resource list. Is this the top one? Yeah, it is. So why are all the other ones smaller? Why are they set to... Okay, so you can see that the resource to trade is actually updated. But then we also need a method. Public void update icon to. And we are going to use that here as well. Stop. Cooperate and listen. Okay. But why is the scale 0.75? That's really strange. Here it's fine as well. Alright, well, let's just overwrite it then, because no clue what to do with that. Dot set local transform, dot set local set scale, local scale, 111. Bloop, bloop, bloop. No idea why that is necessary, but whatever. So now we need the icon helper. Global var submarine dot icon something dot icon get icon, and then we're gonna put in a resource type. Yep, and then we're gonna put that in here, and now we just need to say image equals this. Ah, that's not how it works. Why not? Oh. So we put in a resource type and we get back an icon, and then we return a sprite. Okay. This is also interesting because what you can do is just open ChatGPT. You can paste in the screenshot that I just made, and then you can say, I want to update the icon. Why doesn't this is a terrible question, but actually I can just read it here. Can't convert sprite to UI image. Can't convert sprite to image. Maybe we are already using this somewhere. Yes, we are. Trade unlock button, get icon. This is actually the one that we already have. This one that also no. Trade convoy manager. Trade unlock button helper. No, it is the one in the trade convoy manager that we need. Yes. Image.sprite. Yeah, I should really just... Why am I using ChatGPT for this? It makes you so lazy and dumb. I could have just used this reference, but instead I... whatever. Let's see if it actually works. Yep. I wonder if the new generation of programmers are all going to be terrible because of ChatGPT. I did want to double check if it was actually right, and it seems to be. Alright, so the skill is now good. This is now good. However, here, seaweed, sea bread, aquaberry, oxygen, seaweed, sea bread. Okay, so there are still some issues. We have duplicates. Oh, and also, why is this always ending up with export? Oh, because it is taking it from elsewhere? Yeah, okay, so, alright. That's something for later, not for now. Does this look better or worse? And have our own city. 111. No. 222. 1.5. Yep, this looks better. So 1.5, 1.5. And the city prefab, we have this one, this one, this one, and now I need to remember what I did here. I think I have, let's see. Yeah, looks a lot better. These also work. These are still incorrect for some reason. So let's figure out why. But first we're going to save it. First list populated. So one of the things it's not doing is updating these icons. Maybe this reference isn't set. So, wait a minute. We need to set this for the new resource list entry, not for the city. Maybe for both actually. These aren't the resource list entries, are they? I don't think so. But they are. Ah, this also has an... Ah, now I see what's going on. So for these... This one has a resource icon to display. And we were updating the wrong one. This should be updated now. But why isn't it? Did I save it? I don't think I saved it. Doesn't look like it. So we have the new resource list entry. Then we get the trade button properties from there. And then we say update icon to use. And that doesn't seem to be called at all, because otherwise it would say, oh, it is called. Huh. Oh, wait. I also need to update this prefab. Yep, there we go. There we go. And now we should have a fancy list here. There we go. And then we can remove the main one, the placeholder one. And now all we have to filter are the unique ones. And I also need to update the name. Seaweed. All right. Okay, let's see if we can update the names as well. We have this resource entry. Do we have the text icon, total value? No, we do not have a reference for the text field. Resource total value. Resource name. Also a bit of a biggie. I can never die. There we go. Then in the trade convoy manager, here we have this new entry. Oh, interesting. Okay, no, we are doing that here as well. But we're gonna copy this one, name, resource name. I'm gonna call it trainer. Dot text. I am gonna ask ChatGPT for this, like why aren't duplicates prevented? But we should already have the name. So let's do this. Why aren't this one? There you go. Seabread, aquaberry. oxygen, seaweed, sea bread, fish, aquaberry, and coral wood. What is the community code way to turn a string into starting with a capital letter? Yeah, this is my preferred solution anyway. This seems very convoluted. Isn't there a built-in way to do this? Yeah, see? So ChatGPT just gives you terrible suggestions quite often. But if I use this and then string capitalize, return, dot to title case, then this should now work. Maybe? No, it doesn't. I'm fairly sure there's a better way to do this. There really should be a better way. Well, alright. Not that relevant. So now we have the correct name, and now we just need to filter out if they are duplicates. If import scene dot contains create a resource dot resource type. If this doesn't contain this, and same thing here. Okay, this should get rid of the duplicates. I hear my neighbor that's working on a tiny little shed for like 6 months now is making noise again, so I'm going to close the window. I wonder if, because I'm working on the Z drive, everything is a bunch slower than it needs to be. Okay, it's not filtering the duplicates. Huh. Ah. And import C. This might fix it. And then I'm gonna take a quick break. And then I'll be back. I can't live.